Multiple spikes.
Multiple spikes. So topic 3 is about the EA and Nintendo press conferences. Not quite spikes. Right. Might be spikes involved in one game, maybe. So EA's press conference. We know Battlefront 2 is going to be the big game this year for E3.
And then Battlefield DLC, which they include a woman in it.
Yes, DLC. In the name of the Tsar. Yeah. I'm happy about it. More so that we're getting DLC. Tsar is I want to say Russian leader.
Russian, yes.
Yeah.
Equivalent of like an emperor or
like a Führer. Mein Führer. He's mein Führer.
He's your commander.
Yeah.
He's your commander in chief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell him to get a haircut.
Get a haircut.
Maybe later. Okay, so
yeah, we're gonna get Battlefield stuff. We're gonna get Battlefront stuff as well as Battlefield.
Got the new Need for Speed.
Yeah,
that's an actual confirmed. That will be there. Is the new Need for Speed.
The last one, the way you drive around corners and it would turn the angle to see the corner as you were turning much naturally. I want to see that in much more games. I want to see that implemented in GTA, for example. Definitely. Being able to see round a turn as you're turning into it, rather than you still looking straight forward.
So it is very stiff. You want it more fluid and
because if you were really driving in a car, you'd be looking that way while you're turning, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
To turn into that turn, you
that's
wouldn't
right.
be.
That's what I do anyway on GTA. I when I turn, I move the camera myself.
But it's difficult to manage because that camera's a free camera and it'll stay where it is until you drive a little bit and then it'll center back behind you.
As well as trying to hold A for the handbrake to spin round.
I love drifting as well, and if they can implement that into more games, it helps you to drift more.
So I hope Need for Speed is going to please people again because it used to be a big thing and it's dropped.
I got a funny feeling it will, just because like the last one was always in nighttime.
Who's making it? Is it Criterion?
Might be.
I'm not sure.
Might be. The guys getting burned out and stuff like that. See, and they did make one Need for Speed, but I don't know.
I'm not sure who's making this one, but I know that they've already turned and said that it will turn into night and daytime this time instead of it just being
all being at night.
Yeah, so it'll be a day-night cycle racing along. Like Need for Speed for me, I remember that from PS2 days. PS2 days were my Need for Speed days. Since then, I haven't really played them.
Midnight Club was for me at the time.
Most Wanted and Underground 2, whichever one had Black Betty.
Underground 2.
Spider Bait, Black Betty, that song in Need for Speed, that was my jam. I constantly go back to that.
If you're looking to get drunk, line up shots.
He loves that song.
Every
I remember he played it constantly at one point until it got annoying.
Was it every time he said
line
Bam
up shots, right? And every time somebody says Black Betty, you got to drink a shot.
Black Betty and Bam Lamb.
Yeah, take a shot of water with
it. Need for Speed Edge to be announced, an upcoming free-to-play MMO racing game developed by EA Spearhead.
It's nice that we've just found out about that while recording.
EA and Ghost Games. So it's not Criterion, it's Ghost Games.
Ghost Games, right, okay.
Didn't Ghost Games on the last one?
I don't know. But if they did well with it. I actually did, like I said to you earlier on, I like that
they did
camera stuff. You know, the what do you call it, live action recording mixed in with it. I did like that. So I'm optimistic about it. I'm hoping it's going to be more natural.
Right.
Because I failed to connect myself with a group of boy racers.
Yeah, that's
I'm not into cars, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'd like there to be more of a reason why you're doing it.
Okay. With the Need for Speed.
The crew.
I think that's why the crew worked, is because that's the reason why you were doing it, to avenge your brother.
So
it's
a good reason.
Racing games, I've really not touched on them much. Crew was the last racing game I think I actually jumped into, and I kind of want one. I like arcade races more than racing sims.
I like to go to arcades and play races.
Yeah.
But it's all because of the pedals and the wheel and
stuff.
Yeah,
like that's cool.
If I had a pedals and wheel in the house, like, you know, we could set it up, clip it onto this, we could play.
But
I'd
be happy with that.
I'd love to have one of those high-tech gaming chairs where you literally steering wheel, pedals, and when you're going down a hill,
it all moves.
it all moves.
Yeah. That looks amazing.
Yeah, I want one of those.
I haven't
in
got
the future.
$3,500, so it's going to be a while before I get that.
Talking about like the pedals and wheels, just a quick segue to Steel Battalion on Xbox. Came with the massive
it had that
controller.
Yeah, and it had all the levers and the points and
yeah,
switches, the flips.
loads of buttons and the pedals
Sliders.
down here,
Yeah,
and
I
you were controlling the mech. It was the original Xbox days,
Yeah.
so it was ahead of its time, basically.
Wow.
But it was the panel that was inside the mech.
Yeah, so you had that all in front of you. You could control everything, push all the buttons. It was pricey.
Yeah.
How
you
much?
couldn't release a game like that now.
Nah.
It was in the hundreds.
Well, unless you start
I believe. Yeah, but releasing a game like that now is probably not going to happen. But I do want one like that. I wanted Steel Battalion, but
if I had the wheel, if I had the pedals, I'd be much more into racing games because it would be a natural thing. You feel better at driving.
It's a shame that they haven't brought out any driving equipment for
first party stuff
for the new consoles.
it's all third party.
Yeah, Mad Cats and all that. If they Mad Cats are out of business these days now, aren't they? But they
are available.
Yeah, you can still buy.
But
I want to see first party. I want to see Xbox actually do them.
Yeah,
because you know that they've horrible to it, but they'd be better quality.
I don't know what y'all like with sort of first party, third party, but I'm very much, if there's a first party accessory, I'm getting that first party accessory rather than third party. Apart from Turtle Beach headset and whatnot.
Well, I'd skip Turtle Beach and I'd skip Razer. Yeah, saw those two.
And the headset that you recommended,
Corsair?
Yeah, fantastic.
It's not nice to look at. In fact, I find it quite ugly to look at.
What colour have you?
Yeah.
What colour have you got yours?
The what?
Was the red one?
Red, yeah.
I love it.
It's more angular, isn't it? I kind of like that design, like not angular, but
they're massive
block sort of shaped.
They are massive and they're quite rigid and they're sharp and I just don't know. You don't need them that big. They've been made like that for the sake of making them like that. But you plug it into a PC with the connector. You've got the USB to connect it with it. 7.1 audio. They're the cheapest 7.1 audio that I've come across. But yeah, headsets are the only thing I will go third party. Yeah, really. But
that's fair enough.
I know control pads. I'd only go with Xbox.
Yeah, first party.
I'm still shocked that they have not bothered to integrate some sort of motion control into the Xbox controller. Don't get me wrong, I know it didn't work too well on the PlayStation.
Might be a future tech, maybe the next big console. Because I don't know how long we're going to go with the Xbox One cycle, but that's another discussion.
This is the last one, yeah. But I would like to see just driving games using the controller itself. You know, a natural sort of curl.
Well, Nintendo does it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it worked.
PlayStation did
it pretty well for kart races, but
what was it was like a dragon game that came out for the PlayStation 3, wasn't it? Or Dragon Flight game, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was all based around moving your controller around and stuff like that.
I just get what you're on about.
Just get it done.
Yeah,
Microsoft.
I'd like that.
Get it confirmed.
Obviously, EA doesn't come without EA Sports.
Football, basketball, rugby. Rugby's coming out this year. It's due.
So you've got FIFA 18.
It's every 5 years.
One of the biggest franchises ever, always makes a ton of money. NFL 18. I don't think it's quite as big, but NFL. In America, of course, it's huge.
Well, you've got two, haven't you? You've got Madden.
Yeah.
Right, and then you've got the other one then. The Show? No, not the Show.
No, the Show is cricket.
No, the Show is baseball.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's sticks and balls. What do we care?
Yeah.
There's always two NFL games. One is a bit more arcadey, one's a bit more sim, and
I know there's two football ones, but not American football.
Yeah, two American football.
There probably is one. I just don't know.
And they both
I don't hear of it
as well. I'm trying to think.
There's FIFA 18, NFL 18, NBA Live. Apparently, NBA Live making its grand return because the past NBA Live games have been reviewed bad or mediocre compared to 2K with their NBA 2Ks. Yeah. Because they've been apparently phenomenal.
2K have been dropping the ball. Not dropping the ball. They've been dropping the ball.
They've been picking it up.
Yeah. But I'd expect to see as well with these is the street versions, like FIFA Street, NBA Street.
Right.
A bit more childish, a bit more comical, whimsical, but just less serious really. But more about tricks and stuff rather than the sim. You know? I enjoyed FIFA Street. It was actually quite fun. You know, you play elongated version of Peter Crouch.
Yeah.
And it's all about, it's five-a-side football, you know, played from the side, and it was just fun, you know, a giggle, a laugh. Wayne Rooney actually looked like Shrek.
Wow.
And he looked energetic on the sidelines, like a caged potato.
Yeah, so
silence.
As well with EA, there's not just one Star Wars game they've got in development. They have several developers working on Star Wars games, and I'm hoping we get a look, because Battlefront 2 is this year. They already said next year will be Visceral's sort of
I saw a trailer.
Is it RPG maybe? Action game.
Yeah, saw a trailer of like on Dantooine or Tatooine or whatever, like the dusty sort of deserty planet.
Yeah.
And a bloke is coming out of one of the like the hovels.
Yeah.
And it looks movie quality.
Yeah.
It looks movie quality, and the Falcon or the strut to the Falcon is there in the shot as well. So which is leading me to believe that it might be a Han Solo game.
Right, I get
to coincide with the Han Solo film maybe next year.
Maybe.
Could very well be in the works.
I'd actually be interested in that, because like the whole Battlefront kind of frustrates me.
It does, yeah. I think the mistake with Battlefront is putting Jedis into it. Just keep it as war.
I get you. I
love the fact that they're there
to go them, but it's the case of like either make everyone a Jedi or maybe just
the time limit on it. Obviously, there's a balancing thing.
Yeah.
But the time that you're Luke, and he's the fastest out of the bunch that you get to play as.
Yeah.
And you've got him for a few minutes.
Overpowered.
He's overpowered, yes, but everybody targets him.
All the heroes are
mental.
All the heroes and villains are power. They're just.
That's why you've only got for a limited amount of time. What they need to do is just dial back the dangerousness of them and have them actually on the fight, leading a charge, helping, rather than being something that everybody all shoots at while it's alive.
Yeah, I get you.
I went Luke, I started jumping. I was like, hey, come on, I got to like stab somebody, and it was rubbish. Missed him like 3-4 times.
Yeah.
And then everything was like.
The connection is terrible when he plays him with a lightsaber. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah, I gave up on that.
So with the Star Wars games, so you have DICE and Motive working together for Battlefront 2. You've got Visceral working on next year's game. They've got Respawn, so the creators of Titanfall. They're making a game.
They are.
And I'm quite excited about
BioWare.
that. BioWare. That is the one that I want. I want another Knights of the Old Republic, or just that genre from them. That sort of RPG. If BioWare delivers that in the next few years, I'll be happy.
I was expecting to see Telltale
Star
Wars game. That's what I was expecting, because obviously they've done Guardians of the Galaxy now. I was expecting to say that.
It's something they possibly
something down the line.
Do, I suppose. Yeah, I never even considered that, but I'm getting sick of Telltale, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't play them now because
same thing in every game.
Yeah, like it's the same
Wolf
gameplay, the same sort of.
For me.
But I just don't have the time. Need to play other games, and like once you've reviewed one of them, you've almost reviewed them all. Kind of like, granted, you know, some will be technically better, some will be technically worse. The art style will be different. Like Guardians looks pretty awesome.
Main draw is your sort of sympathy, your bond with the character you're playing.
Yeah.
You believing that these are your choices, you're doing it to protect these people or not, you know, and that's their main draw. But it's the same stuff then in game after game.
Yeah.
The only one that stood out for me was Wolf Among Us, because, well, it wasn't like that. You were trying to look after yourself but also catch this killer at the same time. And it was good. It was more action oriented, definitely.
Yeah. And then they got Capital Games, but they do Galaxy of Heroes, which is like the mobile tablet game. But there's a lot in development, and I just can't wait to see the different stories that come out from it.
I want to see 1313 recovered. That's what I want to see.
That would be nice. Sort of the Bounty Hunter game, for those who don't know what it was, got cancelled, even though everyone wanted it, but you know, games get cancelled for various reasons.
Part and parcel, it was cancelled due to the fact that they were way behind schedule.
Yeah.
But the sheer beautifulness of it would have just made you think, I don't care.
Yeah. We'll wait.
You give them the money. But then also at the same time, then the IP was sold.
Yeah.
Lucasfilm was bought by Disney, and that just fell through the cracks.
Yeah, and of course partnership now with EA. EA makes the Star Wars games.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah,
something could happen, but at least they've got that background to work on. Hopefully, if this Han Solo game is a real thing, if this happens,
yeah,
hopefully they're going to look at what 1313 was and think, well, we will need to replicate the majority of this.
Yeah, more or less same kind of type deal. Smuggler matches bounty hunter in a way.
Yeah, I want to see a Star Wars game where there's no Jedi.
You never know though. With the 1313, they might secretly be working on it.
No, they can't. The production company that was making it, I believe they're not even in business anymore.
Yeah, it might.
But if they own the rights, they could easily just.
No, it depends. EA now have the IP.
It depends who has the rights to that IP. So even though EA, have the partnership to do the Star Wars games, if they don't have the IP sort of copyright stuff for 1313, they can't do it.
No, but if Disney own 1313,
yeah, they do and they don't.
But it's still, if Disney, they own Star Wars, but if this other company owns like 50%, that doesn't mean EA they still own some of it. So,
but that company has now been liquidated because of the amount of money they spent trying to make it, and it went to dust.
But final thing for me from EA, I want Dragon Age. I know it's only just it's been kind of revealed, and it's probably still early days, but I just want to know what are BioWare working on, because they've released update after update for Star Wars The Old Republic, which I think is great. They've put a lot of content into The Old Republic, but I want BioWare to kind of move on now from Mass Effect, and give me either a Star Wars title or a Dragon Age title. Dragon Age is...
I'd like to see an offshoot. What would you think, right, if they made a Diablo-esque game going into the underground of Dragon Age, into the, what they call them, the underholes or something like that.
Not a big fan of the Diablos, the gameplay. That's my issue.
Not in that, but obviously much more advanced. The graphics, the visuals, the viewpoint of it and such, but a more dynamic combat rather than waiting for skills to pop up. Going in. Imagine, perfect example, right? Imagine going over to Ubisoft again, I suppose, but not Chivalry, what's it called now? For Honor.
Yeah.
Imagine that being implemented into Dragon Age. A combat style where you've got that depth of combat.
I get you.
Mixed in.
I'm not a fan.
No?
No, I like my Dragon Age the way it is. Like, granted, evolve it a little, give it some extra flair, whatever you need to do to it, but I do like my Dragon Age the way it is. Yeah, Dragon Age 1 and 3.
3 stepped up big time, it changed the way the game was played. It wasn't a turn-based watch your character do stuff anymore. Don't get me wrong, number 2 wasn't exactly like that, but it wasn't far off.
I thought 2 was the more
action oriented.
Yeah,
you'd run up and you'd tap your button and you'd attack, but you wouldn't be attacking, you'd just tap the button for that skill.
Yeah.
And that's the way Dragon Age 3 is now. And plus you can play Dragon Age 3 without even having to play any of the characters. You can do it in command mode, so to speak. Where you tell them where to go, when to attack and what to do. And even you can designate their thought process through the fight, which I found far too depthy. They will only heal this person when their health is below this, blah, blah, blah.
Depth is there if you want it.
Yeah.
I like that touch. Like, you don't have to go into it.
No, you don't.
But, it's there if you want it.
But I would just like to see a more instant action version of Dragon Age. Not so much the next Dragon Age game, but like a Dragon Age story, for example.
Right.
Going into the deep holes, or whatever they call it, where these dwarves had carved out everything.
Yeah.
But it's been overrun.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Vermintide, isn't it, really? That's what I'm asking for, really. I'm asking for another Vermintide game that's set within Dragon Age,
Already. Anything to add about Dragon Age? No? Okay, so moving on now to the Nintendo section.
I'll just go out there, I will. Yeah, I'll walk away.
So, Nintendo, I'm the primary sort of knowledge-based person. Like, I know... I don't know my stuff, like, in full, but I know my stuff in general, kind of, sort of. I'm a casual sort of...
You're a casual Nintendo man.
Casual Nintendo man. There, see? Look what happens. No, you don't have it.
That's not very nice. What that bottle do to you?
I wish that bottle was open and had stuff in.
No, I made sure it was empty first. I put it in my head and I was like, what will happen if I do this? Oh yeah, this will happen. But
you want to see him playing Battlegrounds? So many thumps the desk.
Yeah, but ARMS, Splatoon 2, Super Mario Odyssey, they're the 3 key games for them, with ARMS and Splatoon coming out over the next 2 months.
Sounds amazing.
And Mario Odyssey coming out in the holiday season. ARMS, have you seen ARMS?
Yes. You play a character that doesn't have any, and they use robotic arms then instead, and they have a fight.
That is their arms.
They're not real arms. They're robotic.
They're real arms.
They're not real arms.
They're real spaghetti ramen arms.
They're interchangeable. I've seen ones with robotic
some of those
shit
are
and everything like that.
interchangeable.
But anyway, it's an arena where you could have a rocket arm and you'd have a thumper arm, and your idea is to go around this arena
still
and
arms,
just
though.
Yeah.
It's like saying that a person with a plastic leg.
You're going to go into discrimination on this show.
Discrimination, no, I was just bringing it up.
You know what I mean.
They grow up in the leg because it's made of plastic.
Yeah. But in the real world, this is half an arm, you know?
No, it's a full arm.
Well.
But, see, yeah, back into it.
Stop.
ARMS, basically, there's a lot of motion control, but you don't have to use the motion control.
You don't, yes.
You can use it,
which is what I'd
normally
rather
do.
Control.
That's me all. Yeah.
You're going to be like this against somebody who's like on the ball, and then you're going to play against somebody else who's like, I'm fucking knackered.
Yeah. My thing with motion control, try it. I'll play it for half hour, but then I'll be controller all the way.
I think it's best deployed in racing stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Mario Kart, prime example. I love the motion on Mario Kart.
I've actually played the new Mario Kart. It reminded me of the old days.
Yeah.
It really did. I only played it on the handheld Switch.
Yeah.
Rather than plugging into telly. But yeah, it reminded me of the old days. I enjoyed it.
Yep. So that was out this month, I want to say. Might have been last month. No, April 28th maybe.
Not sure. It's about a month ago.
Something like that. But I really enjoy it. Super Mario Odyssey then.
Which I've asked you about.
Just looks so good. It looks like magic. You've taken Mario, put him in this almost real world, because it's still a game, and you're running around, and it looks very world orientated in the sense that you travel from place to place. Like, it's not all going to be in this sort of real world New York City style adventure. There's different universes.
He's
like
jumper
Mario 64, where you go through the gates into your different worlds.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
I'm mad, but you just fly off in this giant hat. It looks like it looks like a giant hat, a giant top hat thing, but
with a helicopter.
This is why I love Nintendo, because they're so in touch with nothing.
What?
Yeah, it just goes beyond
expectation.
No, beyond daftness.
In a way.
Like, don't get me wrong, right? Mario he's a staple, right? When people say gaming, there's only a few icons that pop into somebody's head. Mario and Sonic are usually the first two that pop up. Mario is the only one that has survived the test of time.
Yeah.
Sonic has died. Sorry, Sonic is done. Mario is still regarded as, if a Nintendo comes out, it has to have Mario.
Yeah, definitely.
Otherwise, that Nintendo fails, and that's the fact. The game is the reason that Nintendo sell.
Yeah.
Mario is. How many different Mario games are there?
There's a few.
There's probably somewhere.
There's several.
There's probably a Super Mario ironing simulator out there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Super Mario ironing.
Even without the spin-offs, there's still a lot of Mario games.
Yeah.
But with the spin-offs, it's huge. Like, they're just jumping into everything.
They depend way too much on this one man, who is
the name
a plumber.
A plumber,
an Italian plumber
in an alternate reality thingy.
Yeah.
The only reason he's got a brother is because back when they made the first game, and the only reason their brother is green is because they didn't have enough memory on the chip to make a different sprite for the brother. So they just gave him green instead and said it was his brother, when in fact it was just supposed to be the same person but player 2.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, everything starts somewhere and it evolves, but I just, it comes to the point where, like, are we still supposed to accept that he's been a raccoon?
A cat?
A cat, yeah, he's been a cat.
Now he jumps on his hat.
Now he jumps on, yeah. He's like, last one, he had a jetpack made of water, didn't he? He had, like, in Sunshine, he was, like, flying around on a water-propelled jetpack.
Why not?
Yeah. Just, like...
Nintendo
they
is
put
charm.
In anything. Charm.
Nintendo is all about character and charm.
Okay, alright.
That's it.
I'll let you have it.
Do you think they'd ever bring a new Luigi's Mansion to the Switch?
Probably.
I'd highly likely,
I
that's got to be on the way.
Mansion was a big success, surprising success.
People loved it.
Killing people with a vacuum.
It's called Ghostbusters, but different.
Exactly. No, but it wasn't taking him out of everything and just putting him in something new all the time. It's like, don't get me wrong, I've seen sequel after sequel of various different games. Rayman, he's been in so many different shit, but he's always the same man in just a new story.
Yeah, it's because he's Ray, isn't he?
Yeah, but they take Mario out and they put him in anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And it doesn't have to have any relevance whatsoever to the previous or next game. And it's like they're out of touch with their own character, let alone out of touch with the market.
Right.
And they appeal massively to casual gamers.
Yeah. As much as they're trying to be like, oh no, but this is for casual and core gamers, there's still, they focus, whether they want to admit it or not, is casual.
Grannies and mums playing, yes. That's why the Switch, the Wii did so well, because your mum could have a game with it.
Yeah. But,
Mum, fancy a game of table tennis?
Okay, so Splatoon 2 as well is
looks fun.
Is a shooter game.
Didn't play the
kind of. It's a paint shooter game. It's
see bits where people go inside the paint and come out somewhere else, like Portal style. Yeah.
It's very.
It's like kiddie arcade friendly shooter.
Yeah,
sort of thing,
it's basically they take the typical genre and they sort of put this nice little fuzzy layer over it, I suppose.
Is that why you like it?
Maybe. I like the look of it. I reckon it looks fun. I've never properly played it. I played the global sort of tech test for it. Enjoyed it. I'm not quite sure how much time I would spend, diving in when I could be shooting a real gun in, I don't know, battlegrounds and then throwing it on the floor.
Yeah, more than likely.
But it's liked. It's heavily liked. It's heavily loved. And I'm more of I like the look of it, but I just won't play it. But I'd still regard it as a good game, really good game to see. I'm hoping to maybe get it and spend some time into it.
I know it's early days, but I'm expecting some sort of light to shine on Zelda.
What, like a new Zelda?
Not a new Zelda, but addition onto the existing.
DLC, or are you thinking like a just spin-off title like Triforce Heroes and stuff?
Possibly more in the vein of like when Majora's Mask came out.
Right.
Using the same resources to make a second game.
I get you. Yeah, that's fair. That could happen. Zelda, of course, Breath of the Wild came out, rave reviews.
It's done exceptionally. It's done better than they thought it would.
It's a Game of the Year candidate.
Yeah.
Easy.
With the way that they've done Zelda now on the Switch, do you think they'd ever bring out a Pokemon-based game that way?
I'm hoping
because this has been in my head for years. Like, they really need to do this.
Yeah, console. Well, it is a console. That's what it's selling as.
What you want is you want a World of Warcraft style game where you go out and you catch your Pokemon and go somewhere and fight somebody.
Fight some deer.
Yeah, so a massive open world RPG game on the Switch. So think, basically, a mainline series Pokemon game, but on the Switch. That is what I want. And apparently, there's heavily rumours of Pokemon Stars, where the last games were Sun and Moon. So they're thinking Stars.
Is it going to be the same game again? Because let's be honest.
They're like the just mash up between the two. The same thing with a different. Oh, now you'll fight this guy instead because you've chosen a different path. Or it's usually what it is. I get that.
But I think what he means, right, is that what he wants is a full 3D game environment in which
like Sun and Moon.
No, I mean you literally go out and about and you see a Pokemon running around, chomping around.
Close enough to Sun and Moon.
And then you catch it through struggle, and then you go back and have a fight with somebody else who's got one. A complete open world sort of thing.
I literally. What we've known and loved just in a 3D environment. Yeah, that's...
You get caught out and about and all you've got is a fucking, I don't know, a Pidgey or something like that.
Sun and Moon like
Charizard wants to kill you.
Sun and Moon are more like this from Red and Yellow. Think like the development. So Gold and that added color to the screen because they done it on Game Boy Color, and then Crystal and Diamond, Pearl. They just add more every time, and now it's at a point where it's very 3D, but obviously it's still
combat is still exactly the same.
I love the combat. I'm happy to still play games
combat
with that
time related turn based.
Choose your move.
Yeah.
Like that I'm happy with that combat. I want them to stay in it. I just want
anything different there.
I just want it to be in this sort of 3D beautiful world. You're running along in whatever town, running to the Poker Mart, Poker Centre, wherever.
Called Poke something, isn't it? Yeah.
Pokey.
What if they do a pawn shop there? Poker pawn.
I stop you right there. we do not need that. I don't think anyone needs that. But yeah, Pokemon, I want it now on the Switch. Whenever, just give it to me, please. Just tell me it's happening. And
it'll probably have integration with a DS game that'll probably come out at the same time because they're trying to say that they're not giving up on the DS.
I'm just gonna throw something else out there just because I know Mike would love this.
What's that?
Pokemon VR.
Pokemon VR.
Yeah. I'm not a Pokemon fan, if I'm honest.
Funky.
No, but VR though, man. You love
VR. VR would be awesome, yeah. But at the end of the day, I'd rather Arc VR, which is already out, you know, which is basically Pokemon, really. Arc is Pokemon, isn't it?
Capture dinosaurs and battle people, tame them, level them up.
Yeah, exactly. It is. It's Pokemon, isn't it? Dinosaur Pokemon.
In a way, but
I prefer realism over cartoons. It's just the way.
Yeah. So we have Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yeah, a bit of a bash.
Apparently it's an RPG.
Cross-up. Yeah, I have no idea. All I know is that I've seen a screenshot of it and Mario's there with a blaster on his arm. Like a robotic sort of blaster, like Metroid style blaster. Yeah. And there's a rabbit behind him trying to look funny somehow.
Dressed as Princess Peach.
Yeah. And
but it ended up looking like Donald Trump.
Well, I suppose. But yes. Donald Trump.
Yeah, take a look at it.
I genuinely
take a look and you'll see it side by side.
Okay.
But, so
Trump.
Harvest Moon, Light of Hope, apparently
that'll probably do
getting a more return to the classic Harvest Moon games.
So isometric viewpoint again and run around.
Yeah, that's what I've heard about it. We've got Xenoblade 2 on the way. Xenoblade, massive Japanese RPG.
Yeah.
Really ninja critically acclaimed. What's that?
Is it all ninja stuff, wasn't it? Like
no, I don't think it's all ninja stuff.
Have I got the wrong film? Wrong game?
Might be the wrong game.
I'm thinking about something else?
Probably
something more interesting.
But,
I'm joking.
In this huge fantasy world that really it's massive monsters. Small massive monsters.
Like and Monster Hunter and stuff like that.
Like Monster Hunter and like Final Fantasy 15 in a way, where it's like
mixed.
Huge monsters. Yeah.
Okay.
But, it looks stunning.
But based on the name, I'm guessing it's heavily manga.
Yeah. Basically, that art style
sort of stuff.
Might get the trailer up for you later. Maybe put the trailer here, but it's more sort of Final Fantasy's more cartoony Final Fantasy graphics.
Right.
I suppose is the way to go. Like the way it looks.
Stylized.
The latest one, 2, looks more kind of chibi like in a way. Chibi is the more sort of like kind of kid like thing, but
eyebrows that leave the face.
Yeah, kind of.
The eyebrows are out here, and when they're moody, they're down there. But when they turn, the eyebrows are floating. That sort of.
Yeah, might be where I'm going. I don't know, but we also have Monster Hunter Double Cross coming to the Switch in the West.
Some sort of Monster Hunter coming there.
That's on its way. Fire Emblem Warriors we're expected to get later this year, which is Dynasty Warriors but Fire Emblem characters like Hyrule Warriors.
In those kind of games.
I like them for
massive battle simulators. They call them basically.
I like to just jump in, half hour or two, and then just maybe get out.
Some small plot element.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small line of plot, it's like a mission, and then you go in and you go do side missions, like I've killed this target, now go after this target and finish this guy off. There's Skyrim expected.
Skyrim's expected on the Switch, yeah. There's going to be a bit of a massive selling point for them, let's be honest. But
well,
it's all dependent on one thing.
What's that?
Will it mod support?
I doubtful. Very doubtful. Can't see mod support coming to the Switch.
The only reason Skyrim has survived for so many years is through mod support.
Yeah, definitely.
The only reason it sells still on PC is just because people are chucking mods on it left and right, and that's why it's been re-released on the PlayStation and the Xbox because of that. So yeah. I can see it sell a lot of people, and a lot of people are like, I'd love to be able to play Skyrim on the go. All right, fair enough, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
But it'll be vanilla Skyrim. It might look good, it'll play good, but still a 7-year-old game.
Yeah.
When did it come out? Was it like 2012, was it? So about a 5-year-old game?
I want to say earlier than that, but I'm not sure. It might be 2012 to be fair.
It sounds about right. I don't get me wrong, brilliant game, but it's still fundamentally flawed in so many ways.
Yeah.
And the mods fix these flaws.
I couldn't get on with Skyrim.
I don't think it was 2012. I'm early 2011, I think, because obviously it came out. It came out a bit before the Xbox One got released.
Yeah, but that was in 2013.
Yeah, granted it was in 2013, right? But at the same time,
yeah, it came out on the Xbox 360, didn't it?
Yeah,
I didn't spell it right.
It came out. It was out for a long time before.
Regardless, it's an old game, and the last DLC came out for about 18 months after. Dragonborn.
11th of November 2011. 11/11/11.
There we go. We're not going to forget that now, are we?
Nope. Hopefully not.
So that is now a 6.5-year-old game.
Yeah.
That is
insane.
And it's still going to sell for £40 on Switch. And people are going to buy.
Yeah, people are going to buy it. I'm just not sure how many people will buy it.
Yeah, I can't see it being a massive thing, but it will pull a lot of people towards the Switch that are like me, that want realistic stuff rather than boring stuff.
Rather than the cartoon cel-shaded graphic games.
Because right now, the only reason for me to have a Switch is for mobile gaming.
Yeah.
The gaming on the go, that's the only reason for it. But I would rather go for a handheld PC and play all my Steam games on it than go for a Switch.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Do you think that's something that... Oh, it exists?
Yeah, they exist. Yeah, you can get handheld PCs already.
It's just...
Cost a bomb.
Yeah.
No, they're actually quite reasonable, about £400.
Wow.
With it integrated... Well, look at the Nvidia Shield, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
You can get them for about $250 now, especially the first model.
But obviously, no, it depends then.
You need a network connection.
Games requirements.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Like
the older Shield required you to stream a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. Whereas the new Shield lets you play from the device.
Nice. I like that. So, yeah, that was EA and Nintendo. We're going to move on to topic 4, which is about Microsoft, and then we're going to give a little E3 predictions.